This is grown man business. The kind of swag don't need a witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them bags, popping them tags. You know how we bless that cash. The grown man biz. The grown man. I said the grown man. I said the grown man. This is how a grown man does business.
The flow is tight, show you right. I'm the one you can say.
Good morning, good afternoon, and happy Saturday. Welcome to the flagship show of Yale Radio Cast, the Mail Review. Welcome to the Fuck Around and Find Out edition. Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is in the building, Mark L., doing it like we always do every Saturday with my wonderful co-host and the namesake of the show and the station, my man, Dylan Yale. What's going on this morning or this afternoon, sir?
What's happening, my cars? I gotta get my calls out. You know, we gotta call our brothers these days.
Got to call our brothers out.
Call our brothers when we need them these days with vigor and energy. You know, when we give the call,
especially when we doing charity.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout outs to the other members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. My man TR,
What's
who is drilling as always. And my man Josh, look, how many milk cards have we sent out for Josh at this point? I mean,
none.
None. Okay, got you. We go see where Josh is at.
Look. The last thing black people need to do is worry about what white people do.
Lord
when
have mercy.
White people ain't.
We got to mind their business. Got to mind our business.
Yeah, we got our own things to focus on.
Exactly.
You
Absolutely.
know,
we do.
You know,
but shout out still. He's still a part of the leg. He's still the heel. He's still the heel. He's still the heel. Achilles. Heel.
Yes.
The man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the building doing what we do, and we running a little behind today.
But we got a in-studio guest.
We do have an in-studio guest this morning.
There's more.
But wait, there is more. Oh, no, not. Who is it? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this person or this object in the last week, I don't know where you been, boy. Let me tell you something.
We got family in the studio. We didn't get the person up, but we got the cousin of.
We did get the cousin.
The infamous chair.
The infamous chair. The cousin of the infamous chair from Alabama. How y'all doing today? What's going on? What the business is? Hey, look, I'm just saying, I came in to sit in. Check that out. Sit in today. Just to talk a little bit about what was going on down with my cousin down in Alabama, who was just minding his own business. Just sitting around, and all of a sudden, he done became famous. But thank y'all for having me in the studio today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to do the food like we always do. Your boy in the building. Hey, man, how was your week this week, sir?
My week was weakened.
It was weakened.
Yes. Not
man.
Weekend, but it was weakened.
It was weakened. Your week did the week.
Weakening?
It did the week.
Yes. It was a week worth of week.
My goodness.
Yes.
That sounds like a whole 7 days.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Dr. Trey on the stream.
I'm going to get the doots.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get the doots.
You're going to get that in there. Hey, nothing wrong with that, brother.
I think this was a entertaining week, to say the least.
Brother, let me tell you something.
It started out with Sunday. I get a call from Mark L.
Bruh! Have you seen what they've been doing down in Alabama? My goodness.
I said, shit, what else goes on in Alabama?
Oh, my God.
Besides white people hating on black people.
You had no idea.
I had no idea.
You had no idea. For once, Mark done scooped the world. Look, man, I got to tell you, man. So, you know, I had a couple of rough weeks at work where, you know, you feel underappreciated or overworked, and you go through a couple of things here and there and got to wrestle around with folks and argue. But, baby, when I tell you I got up Sunday morning and saw a post on the internet about Alabama, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you the joy that filled my heart and soul when I watched that video for probably, I think now I've probably seen about 50, 100 times.
50, 11 times.
50, 11 times.
Hold
man.
on, hold on 1 second. Since it's from the internet.
Look here. All I know is this. I'm going to give y'all the skinny as if y'all don't know. If you don't, listen carefully.
Where the hell you been?
Where have you been? Because this is the chair that swung around the world, baby. Listen.
The chair shot heard around the world.
Chair shot heard around the world. Let's go ahead and put that video up. And I'll give you my commentary after we watch it. Because I want to watch it again just to make sure I got it all. Because it was a lot happening on Saturday.
And we're just going to do our analysis breakdown of this moment for
Absolutely.
moment. But we're going to play it first.
We're going to play it first. Y'all check this out, man.
Okay, so you're jumping. Brother got to jump. Yes. You see white people. You know, white people.
Yeah, what they do.
Like 8 of them, right? 8 of them. Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly,
brother one, brother number 2.
And he showed up.
That was the Avengers call. Aquaman on the scene.
Look, there's so many nicknames for this young brother right here. My favorite was O.J. Swimson.
Get up there, young boy.
Get up there,
young boy. Hey, you see how they backing up? Once the Earth's Mightiest Negroes pulled Earth's Mightiest Negroes.
Oh my God.
What y'all do? Yeah, you know.
Man, listen. Oh my God. It got real serious real fast.
It was real serious.
And seriousness. It was so sincere.
We did not have time.
That what you did.
Look here. Look, this threat.
That what you did.
Because, man, look, I swear to God, I gotta say.
Push in the water.
Yeah.
Go swimming, bitch.
Go swimming. It was, oh my God. Listen. Okay, first of all, let us please say that the Yale Radiocast family does not condone violence. However, a righteous ass whooping is a righteous ass whooping.
We don't condone, but we understand.
But we absolutely understand. Because, baby, listen to me. They have so many nicknames for it. The Melee in Montgomery. The Alabama Sweet Tea Party.
Yes.
They look, man, all I gotta say is this, brother. I was so proud of us that day because
hold up.
Wait, oh yeah, it continued. Granddaddy.
You don't let me. We really mug people.
Right.
We really just mug the shit out of people. But and then there's the hope.
Yep. That's it. And then as only you can do it in WWE style.
Oh no! The chairs! It's a slobber knocker!
Oh, the chair! Oh my God! Listen to me. That chair going to the Hall of Fame, to the Black Panther, to the African American Hall of Fame. It's gonna be enshrined. Listen to me, baby.
Oh my God!
I promise you, I hollered for days. Even though I had some rough weeks that had passed.
Oh man. At
This
that point, they had a lot to
they did.
I think they were like, you know what? We like this too. But
My
at
goodness.
that point, they was like, God damn, we couldn't.
We can't let that one go. It's on camera. We can't let that go.
Let that one go.
But baby, all I got to say is what I'm talking about. I viewed this video so many times and laughed and hollered, and it did my soul some good. Now I'm gonna say these. Let me say these couple of things here. One, as we know, this country, having been founded on violence, to start with, having been founded on violence, I gotta say, it didn't get any more violent than this. Okay, there were no guns fired, no knives came out that we saw, anything like that. The heaviest weapon was the chair. in and of itself. And it was a plastic chair. And it wasn't a steel chair like in most wrestling matches.
Somebody said he could have killed her, shut the hell up.
With a plastic chair,
As much as they do kill us.
Listen, they gave her a headache. That poor lady got a headache.
And I told you we was going to give our assessment of these moments via our PowerPoint presentation.
Absolutely.
So here we go.
There was a masterclass on the subject. Short and sweet. They fucked around to a 7 and found out at a level 10. Let me just tell you something. Because listen to me. I'm saying I could not believe the sights I was seeing.
Yes.
So basically, in case you hadn't heard, let me just give you the quick, brief rundown. So this all started with a pontoon boat that was parked in the wrong space. Now, this pontoon boat was parked where a riverboat was supposed to come and dock. And these pontoon boat owners or drivers were told, hey, you really can't park your boat right there because there's a riverboat coming to dock here. They decided in a privileged manner to go ahead and park their boat anyway. So one of the members of the crew got off of one of the riverboat staff got off and moved the pontoon boat down, a couple of notches, didn't damage it, just moved it so that the boat could go ahead and dock. Fine. However, they took offense to him moving their boat.
Yeah.
And they decided to try to beat this man up. Now, I'm going to tell you, let me stop right there. One of the sisters, even though we laughed and had a good time, one of the sisters said, which y'all are not paying attention to, is the fact that situations like this have played out so many times in the past that this man could have really been killed. He could have been killed. There were 4 or 5 people surrounding him and pummeling him, trying to beat him up.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Shortly thereafter, as he was being surrounded, this man took his hat off and tossed it into the air, reminiscent of the bat signal. And when he threw that hat in the air, which I would like to call the no cap moment, he let everybody know that he was over it. He worked for the company, but they were surrounding him.
I'm taking the suit off.
I'm taking this hat off, and now it's just me as a man standing against these men that are trying me. So when he threw that hat,
it was the bat signal.
It was like somebody blew a whistle. And black people came from far and wide on the dock there.
Yes.
When I tell you the first brother that ran down there, and I need y'all to understand the souls of black folk, the first brother that ran down there, if you watch the video, he actually didn't come down to fight. He came down to try to help protect that man.
Right.
And then somebody swung on him, and it was on like Donkey Kong.
As a matter of fact, the motherfucker came down the ramp looking like Donkey Kong.
He did. Look, he came running down like the girders. Yes.
You got to go across. Then you got to jump over some shit.
Listen, yes, he came down. He tried to stop them from pummeling this man. They swung on him, and boy, Bedlam broke loose. Let me tell you something. Shortly after he arrived, we noticed a gentleman in the water swimming. The first black man I know of on video to swim up to a fight. This is a young man, 16, 17 years old, young man. And he didn't want a lot of attention, but baby, you was on camera. And when I tell you that brother, he put the breaststroke in that water. He swam over there from the boat. He got up on the dock.
And they are calling him Aquaman.
They calling him Aquaman. He got up on that dock and he started to commence to throw bows on him. He punch. It was amazing.
And pretty much after that, it was, once again, the bat signal happened. The Earth's mightiest Negroes.
They just showed up. Now, after he body slammed a couple of people, and then I saw somebody do an 8-town stomp on him. On the man he slammed.
Right.
They tried to get away. They tried to go away.
On your left.
But some brothers left that riverboat and came down and was like, oh, y'all was talking cash shit a minute ago. What's up now? And this is where you see Earth's mightiest Negroes. Baby, they came out of everywhere. And I'm going to tell you what, I was so proud to see That they came to the protection of that man. And it wasn't just brothers. It was the sisters too.
Right. Shout out to the sisters.
Shout out to the sisters who stepped in so that the brothers wouldn't get accosted for fighting the women.
Right.
It was an even fight. It looked, it was even for a second. And then it just broke all to hell. There were no guns used. It was just fists.
But the agents of Wakanda.
The agents of Wakanda
We do not do that here.
Let me tell you something. Black Twitter is undefeated and will forever be undefeated because, baby, the memes that came out from this, starting at that moment, the T-shirts that were printed, my man made some keychains. The sales of folding chairs went up, baby.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I just
look at the comparison.
I'm just gonna applaud black people as a whole. Y'all want to say it ain't about race, but let me tell you something right now. As much as we talk about how black people don't stick together, baby, they showed y'all on that Saturday. Now, here's the part that you may not know. There was a ceremony about an hour prior that was there to pay homage to the ancestors who had been brought to this very same port in slavery and marched to the center of town. Because, of course, as you know, this was one of the centers where they were able to drop off slaves for auction. They went to the water and they dropped flowers in the water in honor of the ancestors who had died, who had spilled blood on this land. 1 hour later, the ancestors say, "You called us. This what you wanted." You remember. Now, anybody who saw Black Panther, you remember when the brother M'Baku came over with his tribe.
Yes.
You remember? It sounded like that was the call that went up, baby. It was a lot. It was a lot because I don't know what made y'all believe that y'all were about to beat on this man on this dock, and that nobody was gonna help him. Now, in the past, and we have a different argument going on about that online. Look at Jamie Foxx. This is fantastic. Django done came up. Unchained with the chair.
Or unchaired.
Fully chaired. Fully chaired. Fully loaded with the chair. He keep that thing on him. It was a lot, baby. I'm going to tell you how this made my heart smile so hard this week. I love the teamwork. The teamwork was fantastic.
Right.
So just
the memes in its entirety were the most entertaining run of memes that I think I have ever seen
online.
Just the run of memes that look at this man.
Listen.
Come on,
baby.
You can't tell me this ain't.
You cannot make this up. This is fantastic.
Now let's go into some real shit because you talk about speaking into existence.
Sister Shirley Chisholm with a quote.
Sister Shirley, if she was here today, this would have been her redefining, because she's had many of defining moments.
But this one,
rest in peace to this sister. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Hello,
baby. If she had seen that, she was like, "I told y'all, I knew it."
Talk about speaking something into goddamn existence.
It just took a while, but it happened.
Took a while,
but it happened.
He may not come when you call, but he on time.
On time, all the time.
This one.
Baby, I applaud y'all so much for coming to that man's defense on some real shit. Just because anything could have happened to that brother, and that's the thing that we talk about. But I need y'all to go ahead and pay attention and understand something. Black people ain't here for it no more.
No.
Who just looking out of the window, watching the folding chairs flow. Listen, black people are not here for it. The abuse, we not here for it. You know what? You know the thing that was really funny too. The police kind of just stood by and let it happen.
And let it happen.
And wait, there's a video of a white guy. I saw that. He said, "You know what? Hey, ain't nothing we can really say about it. The white folks started that. and you got your ass whooped. That's basically it. That's the best way to describe it. Y'all started some shit, and black people absolutely
What's going on,
They
young?
did not.
Started this shit,
And we gonna finish this shit.
You started this shit.
Oh, okay.
That is ridiculous, boy. Look at this. Okay, so we have to.
Hey, come here, motherfucker.
Run that.
Come here, you black son. Hey, OG. Come here. What's going on, youngin? Oh, okay. All right. Hey, come here, motherfucker. Don't hit him again.
Did he hand him a chair?
Yeah, I got it.
Everybody wondering where the chair came from.
Lord, look.
Tell me, man.
I don't think that would have been an arrest if that chair hadn't been used. I'm gonna just say that. Once they did the chair, like, okay, all right, let's get him. Wait, we got to get him before they start some more shit. Somebody gonna get hurt. Let's get this man out of here. Let's protect this man. But baby, I'm telling you, you want to talk about something that made my heart smile all week? I'm gonna tell you that Monday at work, I don't think I got no work done. I'm gonna be honest. They was trying to hit me up. And I prayed, please don't ask me nothing about what happened in Alabama this weekend, because, baby, I'm going to lose my job. I'm about to lose my job. Check this dance.
I can promise you.
Woo!
Over there at the hub, it was very, very, very quiet.
Very quiet.
From the less melanated side.
Yes. Nobody said nothing.
You talking about some compliant ass motherfuckers
Woo!
that day?
How are you, Mr. Williams? Are you having a good day? Can I get you a coffee? Would you like to have a seat? No, not a seat. Oh, no.
I think some phone calls was avoided. I was. He always answers the phone for some reason. Hello?
Voicemail, no answers. Look, man, it was really, I can just say, even though it was hilarious and funny, I just need y'all to understand that people ain't really trying to sit back and handle that no more.
I think what this is hopefully a calling moment to some things, how we should be in these moments as a collective.
Yeah.
And I mentioned to somebody, might have been Wednesday, that maybe this will shift us from because it was recorded.
It was absolutely from multiple angles. I promise you, I watched all of them.
Along with getting recorded, because we've been stuck in this quicksand of only recording and never responding.
Correct.
Maybe this will change that a bit.
Yeah.
When we see these abusive moments.
Correct.
And I'm thinking, because we love to be a part of the trend.
Absolutely.
We love to be a part of the cool moment.
Absolutely.
We love to be a part of whatever may be, I don't want to call it a hot topic or like a trending moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now it's cool for us to react.
Yeah. I got you.
To
be reacting, because at the end of the day, really, it was about this man's life.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I can't take it any other way. You got 5 people jumping on one person.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Kev, man. I haven't heard from you in a minute, Kevin. Where you been,
Kev?
brother? Where have you been? You've been out there being petty. I see you on TikTok.
You out there being petty. Hey man, it was a defining moment. It was an interesting moment in time, and it'll be something that will, because it was recorded, it's gonna live forever. It's gonna live forever. Yeah. I'm gonna say that anybody would want someone to come to their defense. And now, bear in mind, people, I'm not saying, you see the police out there with their guns out, you need to run up and do whatever. But I'm just saying, at this particular juncture, I need y'all to understand that witnessing the brutality that could have possibly taken place and witnessing us coming together as a community to stop the madness. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. This was a thing. And so it's some shit I saw on the internet, but boy, it made my heart smile. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, hey, if you mad and if you mad about it, then damn die mad. That's all I got to say. Die mad. Because what I know is that I would not have stood by to let that brother get beat up.
Right.
I wouldn't have done that. I would not stand by to let your brother get beat up like that, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm hoping it's going to turn a curve of us not just sitting around and watching things happen, especially in this very tense environment of race wars, because it's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
It's still tension out there.
I see the media spin when they throw some other things in the way of certain issues, and when things take a shift or possibly the better, it's always some form of delusion.
Yeah.
Now, don't get it twisted. This is an overlay for a different underplay.
Oh boy, trust and believe it.
Don't think that I'm only focused on this to try not to pay attention to what's really hot on the stove.
My goodness.
I know this is a bit of a delusion.
Yeah.
Or for us to be watching this way.
Yeah.
I'm watching the other stuff too. You trying. Shout out to Upper Room.
Shout out to the Upper Room for trying to divert attention away from.
You are invited to the studio whenever you want to pull up Upper Room. Come on, talk to your boy.
We should just press the button on him right now. we will pull up. How about we pull up your connection, sir? Listen, yes, it definitely is a thing. So that's the shit we see on the internet. We just had to get that out of here because we've been itching to talk about this story. My God,
we've been missing it, man.
It's okay. It's all right.
We've been trying to get to y'all, man.
We've been
I promise you, we have been trying to be the first ones to jump on top of this. But
I think the internet did it for us because I mean, the memes. If you just go and type in Google Alabama Sweet Tea Party and just laugh because I'm telling you, I've been laughing. I know my ancestors was laughing. I know a lot of ancestors was laughing about this because oh my God. So all right. We're gonna let that go ahead and die down. They tried to get us to shut it down by Wednesday. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think Wednesday. Maybe Saturday it'll be died down, but not Wednesday.
So I do like what you recently just said about us moving as a community, and this is creating a bond or us moving together.
Yes.
So that's going to transition to where we're at in the show today. We're trying to get in and get out. We late, we got a lot that we've done. We got a lot that we were doing today even before we got here, which is why this show is pushed back an hour.
Yes.
So we just want to highlight that, get that out the way, the entertaining part, because we got some serious things that we have to get into that's hot in the AT hell.
AT hell streets.
Man, boy,
listen,
it's hot out here.
Boy.
So circling back to what we did a couple of weeks ago, y'all know as a joining partner of ours is the Connecting the Links Foundation. We recently did a community walk in support of just this recent event, anti-violence, which is really truly anti-gun violence, because that's one of the bigger concerns and issues that we are combating within our community.
Yep.
Gang violence, which is a high part of that, is gun violence. So shout out to Miss Shirley over there with Connecting the Links.
Yes.
Always voluntold me to be a part of everything that's going on. I see you, sister. Thank you. So just showing this clip of our recent community walk, y'all. I want y'all to really kind of like take this in where we're at with things we do for the community, So
enter into your presence again, Lord. Just before we do anything, we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to just be able to wake up this morning and to celebrate this day.
Yes.
In memory of Devontae and others that have been touched by his spirit. And for those that have been touched by Stop the Violence message, the momentum, Lord, that we're putting forth today, we want you to give us some energy so that you can increase in each and every one of us to give us the strength.
So whenever y'all see us out in the studio, this is what we are doing in the streets. We are putting in the community work.
Good morning. This is Councilwoman Linda Christian, and I'm here with Miss Shirley with the Links. And this was a Stop the Violence, Stop Gun Violence walk and rally. And I support everything that Miss Shirley does because it's important that we bring awareness to this issue.
We got to stop saying that ain't my business. No, that's your business.
Hold up right there. We got to stop saying that ain't my business.
Mm-hmm.
That's your business.
It is.
That's just what we just mentioned about the thing that just happened in Alabama. That those people our brothers. It's our business.
It's our business.
You got a child, you got a sister, you got a brother, you got a mama, you got grandkids. It's your business.
My name is Shay Alexander, and I am your Fulton County Kirkland Superior Magistrate Court. Yes, I am your Kirkland Superior Magistrate Court.
Completion is key. When you start something, you have to finish it. You have to go through it. And remember, whatever hurdle that anything gets in your way, hurdles only do one thing. They build strength and endurance. And you have to endure it in these times. I had to become the man that I needed as a kid. And my organization is about one more question. Every little black boy without a father has one more question for a real man. I answer those questions.
All the connecting links that's here today. You know, and we need more connecting links. Anyone that want to come out and help, we need help. Set up. We need people that get on board with us, because we are gonna go forward. It's gonna go forward. I see it.
With my hands stretched out, it's so good to be blessed.
So yeah, Miss Shirley called me highly, extremely appreciative of this reel that I put together. You know, us as a multimedia entity. This is what we do, and I want to give a shout out to her and give a shout out to the people who said, "Darling, what you put together for us is black media."
Yes, it is.
You know, just looking for. I don't think I'm nowhere the voice of our community at all, with all these people that we got. Just like you see these council people, you see Travis Barber, you see some people that's really doing work in the community. And key too with New Era Atlanta. New era.
Hey, I love black people.
Okay, said, darling, you are black media, basically giving the proper image of who we are.
Yes.
Alongside the ignorance that is displayed through a different media outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it kind of like sparks something like that's the angle, that's the direction, probably where I want to focus on us going. Within our structure is just making sure we're highlighted properly.
Absolutely.
You know?
And the show that we are very much into the community, and that we're out here, we're trying our best to try to carry this on into the future, because hey, we are what we got, man. We are what we got.
Mm-hmm.
We are what we got.
Right. So let's go into what we did today while I'm up in here sweating, guys.
Ooh, baby. So the reason why we were pushed back today, man, is because we were out with New Era Atlanta. We were out giving hope to the people, giving groceries to the people. And, you know, it was funny. We were joking about it as we were knocking on the doors out there, letting them know, hey, listen, we're not here for no money, and we ain't got no money.
Yeah, one lady, I ain't got no money.
We're not here to get your money. We ain't got no money either. But what we do want to do is we want to give you hope. We want to give you love. We want to give you experience. We want to give you the fact that we are here. Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. It's your boy from the Mail Review, your boy Mark L. the Cat in the Hat. I'm out here in this sun, this Atlanta heat, trying to get it on for New Era Atlanta. We are handing out groceries to the people. All power to the people. I love black people. One man, one woman, one child, one family at a time. We handing it out. We doing our thing out here. We out here sweating for the people. We doing it for the people, y'all. We don't want no money. We ain't got no money. But what we do have is love, honor, respect, and groceries. So just go ahead and let's do this, y'all. Let's go ahead and help out our communities. Because if we don't do it, who gonna do it? Boy Markel signing off. Got to get back to work.
Markel, man, how you feel about being out here?
Hey, that dude looked familiar. I seen him before. He looked familiar. He looked familiar.
He's seemed like he got a shade dog out there. One
boy, listen to me. Let me tell you something. As I heard somebody say, that sun was sunning, but you know what? It was for the good of the people, man. Right. It was good to get out there and shake hands and get to meet the people that were in that community of Venetian Hills. Shout out to the people of Venetian Hills.
They seem very, very, very happy when they open the door, because, you can't just pull up and knock on doors.
No, man. You got to be careful in the hood now. So, but, these are our people.
Yeah, so we give a New Era chant, and then they finally open the door. They see that we're there for a good cause, and they appreciate everything that we're doing. You know, like thank you. We didn't just drop off one or two things. You know, we dropped off. Some of the people got 3, 4, 5 bags of groceries.
Yeah,
you know,
and we asked them to share with their neighbors. And definitely they thanked us. They were very happy to get those groceries that we were able to hand out as a courtesy of New Era Atlanta. I'm glad that we were able to be a part of it. Shout out to my brother Key too, who always says, hey, look, we are the saviors we have been looking for.
That's so powerful, though.
That is the powerful thing. We waiting for somebody to save us. Only we can save us.
You know how often I say, hey, let's stop waiting on other entities to kind of like come do this for us. I know we're embedded in the governmental structure, right?
Yep.
You know, which is very understanding. Ain't like we could get out of the matrix. We're stuck in the matrix. But I've always said, well, this is how we need to maneuver while we're in this system. Let's get together, and we gotta depend on us. We gotta partner up with us. We gotta look out for us. We gotta back us. We gotta support us. Whatever that person outside on that other side of the fence is gonna do, if it helps us out,
great.
Meanwhile, in our yard, we need to mow our grass.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? We need to plant our trees.
That's correct.
And that's I appreciate just being a part of. Thank you once again, New Era Atlanta, for allowing the Mail Review to be partnered up with y'all to do these things, to take care and support the community. So about once a month, every other month, we'll be out there with them. So if you do want to partner up with New Era Atlanta, just join us at the Mail Review. Keep in contact with us. We'll let you know about the future events. Come out there, volunteer. We just need hands, man. We need people. We need faces. We need numbers.
Yes, we need to show the people that we are definitely one community and that we are a strong community.
Yes. So.
Okay. Well, so with that, y'all, hey, thank y'all definitely for tuning in again. We're going to take a quick little break, man, before we get into some of this other business and talk a little bit about ATL. What is going on, Atlanta? There are some things that are happening that have been disturbing. There's some things that we want to get into to kind of talk a little bit about and try to figure out about what we're going to do as far as accountability. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to pay these bills. And as always, get the business.
Hey, this your boy Big Trap with Yale Entertainment, and you can find me at 1MO question QUESTION. Check out my movie Behind the Trap. Go to my page and get the info. Hey, we all we got.
Hey, it's Pastor Sean with Healing Haven of Atlanta, where we specialize in the healing and development of our young men and our young dads 18 and up. We are a community resource center. We specialize in the healing and development. Young men, young dads, we help you get on your feet. We help you get your job. We help you with leadership development. You have suspended license because of child support. We have fatherhood classes that can help you guys get on your feet, get your license back, whether it is court ordered or voluntarily. Plus, we have wraparound services that are right here in this community to help us with job training and job placement. Y'all can reach us at healinghaven, the number 8 at gmail.com, or reach us on the web at healinghavenatl.org. Come through, come holler at us, let us be of service to you. Peace.
Hey, this is your boy Mark L., one of the members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for the Mail Review right here on Yale Radiocast. Ladies, are you looking for something special to do for your man? Something to make him feel special, something to show him that you love and appreciate him. You should send him to For Men's Only, right there located in Sandy Springs. This is a men's only salon where he will be pampered. They have barbering services. They also do manicures and pedicures. Also, you can go and visit their website at www.fmogrooming.com if you want to get a look and see the services that they offer. And give them the hashtag #TheLeg. They will give you a discount off of your services for that day. So ladies, send him to For Men Only. We look forward to seeing you. And as always, the motto is, get the business.
Keith A. Lewis Jr. I've been giving back to these streets since '04.
Really It took a real team effort. We fed over 130,000 meals this summer to 225 families daily.
We need people to understand the importance of each other. People have to understand its unity.
Back to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, right here on the Mail Review, right here on Yale Radio Cast. We are back in the building as always, and hey, we doing our Saturday thing, y'all. Thank you for joining us. As always, we are so grateful to y'all for showing up and for coming in to chat with us as always. So,
what the hell was that?
I mean, well, sometimes executive production work requires doors to be opened. You like how I did that? See that? Okay. But thank y'all for coming back and thank y'all for joining us again. And we back in the building, man, to just talk a little bit about some things that we have seen. And the show today is a little bit ATL. Ladies and gentlemen, not only do we have traffic issues, we also have some other issues as well. We have seen some interesting things that have taken place, especially within the past week or so. One of these things was a very, very, very sad and disturbing story about a young couple who they were actually having a baby. And this happened down in Clayton County, here in the Atlanta surrounding area. It's one of the locations. And they tragically lost this baby. Now, why is this an important story? Because of how this occurred. I was talking to Dallin about this, trying to figure out what word to put on it, because it's something that you cannot even in your wildest imagination write a script about this. Not saying that this maybe never happened before. It was so unconscionable. That is something that we thought we should go ahead and discuss today in regards of accountability and things that we need to hold ourselves accountable for. So, Darling, you want to go into that story a little bit, man?
So, just a little bit of a trigger warning. This is going to be, if you have not heard this story,
it's
going to be very impactful to the spirit, very impactful to the soul, very impactful to your heart and mind. So, understand, you might have some own self visuals in your head with this horrible story of what happened to this mother or this family in losing their child. CNN article, by the way, so it's real once it hits CNN. Right?
Absolutely.
A mother who alleged her baby was decapitated during a delivery at a Georgia hospital last month. Was filed a lawsuit Wednesday against the hospital and others involved in the delivery, according to legal filings. The complaint filed in Georgia Clayton County alleges Southern Region Medical Center attempted to conceal the manner of death of the baby from the family, including the mother, 20-year-old Jessica Ross, and her boyfriend, Travion Isaiah Taylor Sr. The medical center is in Riverdale, some 13 miles south down Atlanta. The baby, who was named after his father, was delivered at full term, according to the family attorney. The county medical examiner's office has not released the cause of the baby's death. The office is still working to complete the baby's autopsy. The office director, Brian Barrs, told CNN. According to the lawsuit, Ross went into labor on July 9th. Her doctor attempted to deliver the baby vaginally using different methods, including applying traction to the baby's head. Pay attention to this. During the attempted delivery, the baby did not properly descend due to shoulder dystocia. A condition when the baby's shoulder becomes stuck in the vaginal canal. The lawsuit says the physician filed to practice according to medical standards. The complaint reads: the complaint says the doctors grossly and negligently applied excessive traction on the head and neck of the baby and failed to do a cesarean section in a timely and proper manner, resulting in Travion Isaiah Taylor Jr. decapitation and death. In a statement to CNN on Wednesday afternoon, Southern Regional Medical Center said it denies the allegations in the complaint referencing the hospital. According to the statement from the family spokesperson, when Ross and Taylor demanded to see and hold their baby, the hospital staff told them that they were not allowed to touch or hold their child. Hospital staff allowed the young couple to only view their dead child. They did not know the child was dead at this moment, people. The statement from the family spokesperson read: during the viewing, the baby was wrapped tightly in a blanket with his head propped on top of the body in a manner such as those viewing him could not identify that he had been decapitated. According to the statement, on Thursday, Clayton County Medical Examiner told CNN in a statement his office is calling on state officials to investigate the incident. Byers said to his office has contacted the Georgia Composite Medical Board and requested that they also investigate three doctors' roles in the incident. He added that the office is in the process of notifying Georgia Secretary of State Office Board of Nursing as well and will request that they also investigate the nursing staff role in the incident. Do we want to go any further, man?
I think that's enough as far as what we see in the CNN article. Thank you. Yeah, definitely get a byline to CNN for that. Here's the part that is the most disturbing of this. Now, okay, I can understand childbirth is definitely one of those procedures.
Yes, both my sons were C-section.
Okay,
so
got you.
I was there to watch the difficulty
from actually going through a childbirth and the danger that the mother and the baby are both in at the time. So I understand the difficulty of those things. And I'm not saying that this is something that maybe has not happened in the past and this is the first time this has ever happened or anything like that. The heinous nature of what occurred once this happened is where my problem is. Because not only did you apply so much traction that this baby was decapitated, meaning the head was removed, the head and neck were removed from the body.
Yes.
That's the part. And the fact that you attempted to cover this up for 4 days and everything that happened after that was like a domino effect. So one, let's just go ahead and just say, I'm pretty certain that once the baby's head was removed, the child was already deceased.
Yes.
So you kept this facade up for 4 additional days, going so far as to prop this baby up, wrapped in a blanket with the head propped on top of the body, and then tell the parents that they could not hold the child, and then to turn around and say, hey, 4 days later, your baby is now deceased. Unfortunately, there were complications. The baby has passed away. What we suggest is that you cremate this child as soon as possible. So this was not only an unfortunate incident, it was the cover-up that is upsetting. Why would you do this as a doctor, as a medical person? Why would you do this? That's the part I don't understand. That's the part I don't get. Why would you do that? Why would you go through that? Why would you basically send these people off on this wild goose chase? Happy about this child, knowing that this child was deceased 4 days prior. Yeah. Why would you do that? And who are you people on the nursing and or doctor staff to allow this to proceed for 4 days? Even if you were present there at this birth, because what happened was the baby's head got stuck. There was too much traction applied. Baby's head was decapitated or removed from the body. Then you went forward with a C-section.
Okay. So
it's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking story.
So this is the doctor in reference to this report, right?
Yeah.
I just want to go ahead and say that I wouldn't know what the goals are of the doctor, but obviously, I don't know how far you think you could go. I'm, I'm a logical thinking guy, or I perceive myself to be logically thinking. Right?
Yeah.
So, what I want to hear from the doctor's staff, the entire staff, who took this, how many days? 4 days. 4 days.
4 whole days.
Discussing this earlier, I was telling Markel how, me just evaluating the couple. This is a very young couple, right?
20
years old. They're still so young that they're developing emotionally right now. So they haven't even learned how to handle things in their own personal space. Normal stuff, hormones, work, money, finances, relationship with each other. We don't even know that part of these two and the family of them, because that affects the whole family, the grandparents and aunts and uncles and friends and everybody involved in this happy moment.
Right.
Only to have it so emotionally stripped days after. I know this would never be an enjoying or happy story.
Never.
But you should be able to, right at that moment, oops, sorry, sir, ma'am, this is what just happened.
Correct.
You don't allow them, you don't put them in any kind of space for them to think, oh, my baby, I'll be so glad. Because this is what I hear from mothers first. Let me hold my baby.
That's it. That's the part. And you tell them no.
Okay, cool, I'ma chill, but I'ma hold my baby tomorrow. Okay, another day, okay, cool, I'ma hold my baby on Wednesday. Another day, what's going on with my baby? Okay, so I'm going, y'all got it, cool. Only for day number 4, you come back and I done built so much emotions in me. Everybody, the daddy, the dad's calling friends
to say, oh, my baby was born.
Well, we ain't touched him yet, but we done took pictures from a distance.
Through a glass.
Only for it to be dead. How stupid are you to hold a dead baby? Who you think you are?
Right.
To hold a dead baby, decapitated dead baby, to put on a facade to everybody.
I don't have the words, man. I don't have the words. I just, the shocking nature of this is how many people were involved around the birth of this child, and how do you swear that whole group to silence? There's no way. Fuck this job. You're telling me that you're not going to tell this woman or this couple that this child is deceased.
Everybody getting John Wick.
Man.
Everybody catching the John Wick.
Emotionally, I don't know how you could deal with that. I can't imagine. My heart hurts for them right now.
All of the staff involved should be charged with murder.
That is correct. And I mean, you know what? Murder. Okay, so let me say this. And again, this is not in order to make any excuses for anybody.
Yes, murder is intent.
Murder shows intent.
Yes, I would say manslaughter.
I'd say malice, manslaughter. Definitely attempting, the mishandling of a deceased person.
It's definitely malpractice.
Because that's all you were trying to do, is you was trying to cover your own ass.
I don't do it. Well, we do know.
You was trying to cover your own ass.
Let's start from the beginning. We do know that she did not go in there with the intent to decapitate a child.
No, that was not the intent.
That was not the intent. But at the second that you saw that this happened, you had an obligation as fuck being a doctor,
a person,
as a human being,
to tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Just to tell the truth. But I mean, that's the reality of it. Why would you keep up this facade for 4 days only to tell them the baby is deceased and you should cremate as soon as possible.
How inhumane do you have to be?
That part. That's what it is. Inhumanity. That's the word.
To wrap up a body. A dead body.
Yes.
And hold the, because you got to hold that.
You got to wrap it all up in a blanket to hold it up.
You got to be willing to hold a dead body, then put the head on and say, hey, on the other side of the glass, and portray a life, an existing, alive human being that belongs to somebody else, building false happiness to. Fuck y'all, man.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody involved.
That's
and whatever the legal system and God has for you, I hope it comes down in the worst way.
May you have life you deserve.
Not because of the incident that happened, because we cannot control that. But your negligence,
yes,
and your accountability and your lack of concern for that family that has to now forever remember this, and we don't even know how that's going to impact them as a relationship.
Man, we talk about mental health in the community. That would send my mental health somewhere into the stratosphere,
because they had to see their baby not knowing their baby was dead, and now all they got stuck in their head is, I was looking at a dead human being.
Yes, they had killed my baby 4 days prior, before they even told me the child was deceased.
So condolences, man, to
absolute condolences. And oh my God, my heart hurts so bad about this. My heart hurts so bad about this, man. What is going on with that? I mean, where did you decide to not have accountability as a medical professional? Not to say that you can't be a person, because we're people.
We people, right?
But damn,
if Mark L, just because you decide to be this raggedy ass person, nobody else say, you know what, I ain't playing this game.
Yeah, nobody
else. That's what kills me about this moment. Yeah. Nobody stood up to say, I ain't on what y'all on.
Yeah, this is wrong.
You gonna threaten my job? Fuck you.
And this job.
If
that's what y'all doing. It's a shame, man. What we talking about on the stream,
I'm
man?
hurt for them. You know, we've already shared when, Phoenix has already mentioned that the staff involved should all be charged with murder. She said she did not want to even read up on this story. Trey Michaels, this is horrible.
There's not much that you can really say about it.
Yeah,
because it's unthinkable. It's like I said, like when we talked about it earlier, I was like, dude, we could not have written this into a movie script, because nobody would ever believe. Like, that's impossible. That cannot possibly have happened.
The decapitation part could happen.
Yes, the cover up.
The cover up.
Or the attempted cover up. The weak attempt at covering this up. I don't understand. Where do you draw the line for humanity? That's it. Where do you draw the line for humanity? But as we can see, humans can be a little fucked up, man. That's fucked up. That's the only thing I got for it. It's fucked up.
When you signed up to be a doctor, you signed up to save lives.
And the very first thing they make you do, Hippocratic oath, first thing they say is do no harm. Now, unfortunately,
that is a field.
Yes, childbirth is something that's very difficult, and it was not intended to harm this child, but the harm starts when you start this puppetry, literally, when you start this show of trying to make this person believe one thing when that in fact was not the truth. Right. The harm that you've caused is immeasurable, I have to imagine. It hurts my feelings. Yeah. I'm not going to forget this story. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
especially when we, for the past few months, 5, 6, 7 months, we've done so much talk about just the unity within us.
Yeah.
The care of us within us. And this is not a race issue.
Right.
But I see a black woman who just gave delivery to a child to a black couple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who we're at the point in this life where we are the mentors. We are the people who show love and care. You know, I do my jokes about FDK and all that. Y'all know that shit. I'm still the president of FDK Inc.
Right,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Shit, I'm a Gemini. I got two sides. But just the understanding of who I am or who I am supposed to be for whoever to the right and left of me.
Yeah,
is a thing for me, and I joke about it, but I take it serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
I take it serious
As well,
you
you should.
So that's the disheartening thing when you see a mature woman who just did this to kids, 20 years old. They're kids, not kids.
Yeah, these are babies.
These are babies. How is that man going to be able to follow that with even the desire to have another child?
Oh, same for her.
That was
like, why would she want to do that?
Honestly, man, at the end of the day, we want a boy.
Yeah.
That first child, we can have 20 after, but we want a boy coming out the door.
Yeah.
The mother who carried that full term, knowing, like I said, hold my baby. You know,
this child has been a part of me.
Just the sitting down of naming, the naming process, bro. We done did that.
Yep. The heartbeat that you felt growing inside of you.
The
kicking.
Junior.
Yes.
This was my legacy that you ripped for them, ma'am. Only to cover up your funky ass name. Mm-mm. To cover up your funky ass name for a funky ass fucking job.
I think jail time, license strip. Forever. I can't understand that. I can't understand it. It's unthinkable, man. It's just the most unthinkable thing I could think of. All right. So yeah, that was heavy. And we'll definitely continue to monitor the situation and we'll bring you updates as we find out more about what they're saying, because I got to hear this story. I got to know exactly what you were thinking of.
And I shouldn't be. Well, fuck that. I'm a Yale because I'm passionate about some things.
Yeah.
I'm just extremely passionate about.
Well, your name is Yale. I mean, your name is Yale. I mean, but I feel you. Go ahead, brother. Try to put a little levity in here, y'all, because this is a serious story, but go ahead.
Oh, my God.
The man's name is Yale.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying.
He is such a wordsmith.
I'm saying.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on.
What the hell is going on in AT?
Oh, my goodness.
Not to say that it gets too much better, man.
Yeah, we had another person who died in police custody this week. I
don't get it. I'm tired.
Let me go ahead and give y'all a little bit of the skinny of this. 19-year-old with mental health issues dies in Fulton County Jail. Now they've been investigating this. They've been investigating Fulton County Jail for a number of years.
Well, Fulton County Jail. Fulton County. What the hell is going on? Not even ATL. Fulton County. Y'all need to get y'all shit together.
Fulton County has been under fire for a number of years now,
man.
I think. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of this video here so we can see.
On the death of a 19-year-old inmate in Fulton County custody. One of Noni Batiste Casoco's former cellmates says the system failed her.
Meanwhile, her family has vowed to stop at nothing to get to the bottom of what caused her to die alone in a cell. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo has been on the story since day one.
Well, there are still no clear answers about why 19-year-old Noni Batiste Casoco died in Fulton County's custody at the Atlanta City Jail on July 11th. One of her former cellmates says it was clear she struggled with mental health, which a spokesperson for her family confirmed. Now everyone wants to know what happened to Noni.
The second she stepped into any jail, someone should have been like, she's not supposed to be here.
Denied bond for missing court on a vandalism charge, 19-year-old Noni Batiste Kazuko spent the last 8 weeks of her life locked up. One of her former cellmates, who asked to remain anonymous for fear of retribution on her active case, says Noni would slam her head against the wall.
It wasn't like a soft bang. It was a very solid, hard, multiple time to the wall.
The cellmate, who we'll call Amanda, says that was at Rice Street before Noni was moved to the city jail, where the county is using space to help relieve overcrowding.
They're piled up like sardines in the cell. I mean, sleeping by the toilet, sleeping on top of each other.
Amanda says Noni struggled with voices in her head and should have never been in general population to begin with.
It was clear she just needed somebody. like when she said to get her hair done, like, she was calm.
According to the incident report obtained by Fox 5, no one knew Noni was in trouble until dinner rounds. An inmate worker there to deliver food said she was face down and unresponsive, so she called to a guard. Guards' efforts to resuscitate her didn't work. Noni's family speaking out for the first time in a statement, saying they're, quote, committed to uncovering all the facts surrounding this shocking and unfortunate occurrence. Adding, if it is discovered that Noni's death was the fault of those who are responsible for her care, they will be held accountable. Amanda says that banging noise still haunts her at night, but she also remembers Noni's beauty.
She would, every now and then, she would start singing, and I think that was the tear from the voices as well. I still can, hear her voice. Like, I'll hear her voice and I remember her eyes.
Again, at this point, we still don't know what caused Noni's death. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says they're still waiting to get the autopsy report back from the medical examiner's office before they can comment further. Meanwhile, all of this is happening as the DOJ is currently investigating the Fulton County Jail for its treatment of inmates with mental illnesses.
I mean, this all goes back to accountability again, man. I mean, I understand that that law enforcement has a job to do. When things occur, they have to act in a certain way, in a certain manner. However, you also should be accountable to those people who you have to place under arrest. Fulton County Jail has had numerous infractions. I mean, I know this from living here in this city for X amount of years. I know that it's overcrowded. I know that they don't have the best facilities to provide help for people that are dealing with mental illnesses. Based on his story, it seems like this young lady may have been suffering from schizophrenia of some sort. But the onus is upon them to, once they have the time to evaluate these people who are placed under arrest or become inmates in the system, especially in a large county, a county so large as Fulton County. The onus and responsibility is on them to make a determining factor on how they should deal with this. And for it to have been someone who more than likely presented as having schizophrenia, for them to just leave her there, to not allow her to, basically to thrive, to be able to understand the nature of her charges, to be able to help somebody get her out or have somebody help her to make contact to people that could help her with her mental illnesses, to have somebody pay attention to her. They're not paying attention. They're not watching. There's no way this young lady, excuse me, there's no way this young lady sat in that cell for that amount of time and they did not know that she was experiencing some sort of mental illness or difficulty. Phoenix says this is very tragic and sad, especially when we don't get the proper care already and this happens.
Okay. This I'm gonna sound insensitive. I don't care. This is what I often mean when I talk about people putting on a show claiming they have needs of mental health. When you see the real shit and people compare their little, like I said, I know what I'm saying. When people compare their things compared to the real shit, and you want your thing to be as impressionable or impactful or as problematic as this shit. That's what I be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like me because I'm and mental health and I need help. No, you got a problem that you just need to toughen the fuck up on. This is a problem. You see the difference, motherfucker? Sounds insensitive. It might be. Some of the shit I'm gonna owe well. Some of the shit, you're fat, it's okay, dude. I understand why all the chicks won't get you. But that's not mental health. That's you're fat. All the chicks ain't looking at you. They want the buff guy. Don't put yourself in a bracket with a woman beating her head in a jail cell till it bleeds and she needs help, or it's schizophrenia, or it's somebody with some true problematic concerns that they need somebody to watch them and help them 24 fucking 7. It's levels to this shit, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
You got some problems. She got some serious problems.
Gotcha.
Let's not put it on a scale and act like it's the same. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at this. Going into this case. That shows that we are dealing with everybody says that the system is broken. No, the system is operating exactly how they wanted it to do. It's been that. It's never been in any way, shape, or form a criminal system designed to care about. And she wasn't a criminal. She was locked up, but yet still she was a victim, a slave to a system in that moment that is not meant for them to care about us. And now we're saying, what's going on in the jail cells? Well, what's going on in the jail cells is what's always went on in the jail cells.
Correct.
At what point are we going to actually, and I know at what point, never, but it's just a question for conversation. Are we actually going to look at this jail system for restructuring, not the restructuring of the system, but the people that we put in position to say, you know what, something going on with that girl over there. Y'all might need to keep an eye on her. For
accountability yet again.
Okay, so this is where we put rules in place. Find out who said person is that's locked up. Reach out to said locked up detainee's family. Family should be able to provide you information with this person saying, hey, this person is schizophrenic. This person has mental illness. This person is in this type of mindset. This is the condition that this person lives in, whether it's schizophrenia, autism, because that just happened where an autistic child was killed, okay, because of how he was reacting to being detained. Y'all don't know what the fuck to do in the moment, and you're getting protected by a goddamn system. I see how fucked up y'all are for not having human concerns. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the major problem. Accountability for human concern. Accountability for human beings, period. And if you're going to be in a position of power where you have the ability to take away freedom.
Save a life, though.
Yeah, save a life or take away freedoms. If you're going to be in a position where someone puts you to say, you are going to be our way of dealing with the law, you should have some accountability for how you do that.
I still have to, I'm in a position of care provider.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
Yes.
You're in my custody. You're in
my care. Absolutely.
That's still my job. And I know that part is not being embedded and ingrained into these people when they hire them into these positions.
No, they're throwing them away.
Positions of authority. They're just saying, hey, we got a job to lock people up.
Throwing them away. I thought the job was to rehabilitate.
Oh, that's what they said.
Isn't that what the job's supposed to be? Aren't you supposed to rehabilitate? I know other countries that do it.
Okay, just cops said serve and protect too.
To serve and protect. That's what they said.
They said it was serve and protect too.
To protect themselves.
I ain't seen serve. They're selective with protection.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
And as far as the serving part, they're self-serving.
That part.
So I think we, circling around to us, have to I would love for us to be able to police ourselves.
Well, I mean, but that's the whole concept, isn't it? Isn't that who we are? That's us to step out and says, I have a noble authority that says, I want to help us do this. I'm pretty sure a good majority, let's not say 100%, I'm pretty sure most of the time when people go to join law enforcement in any one of those realms, their thought process is altruistic, meaning they have the best intentions. I want to help people. I want to rehabilitate. I want to assist people. I'm sure a good bit of them have the idea that that's what they're going into. They have a noble purpose in mind.
I would say that it's only 50%.
Okay, so let's okay. So, but even then, even half of them that decide, I would like to go into this for the noble purpose of trying to help my fellow man. Right? Okay. I mean, why else do we go? I swear and affirm that I'll protect this Constitution. Do I need to go into this?
We went into it because a lot of those people that are police come from the same world that we come from. Yes. As military veterans. And we was only taught two things, how to drink and how to kill.
Yeah. True,
okay. So once we got embedded back into the civilian world, we didn't know how to do nothing but follow up with something that's akin, something that's relative to the only knowledge, the things that we was taught. I was at fucking 18 given a gun, and my drill sergeant said, you got an outstanding job, young man. You get paid to kill people. That's what my drill sergeant told me.
Yeah.
Okay? He told me in a room full of 18, 19-year-old idiots, this is your world.
This is your job.
This is your job. How great it is to get paid to kill people. For some of them motherfuckers, it stuck. So once you get out, you don't want to be a mailman. If you have this same mindset, when you get out, you don't want to be a doctor. If you got embedded with that mindset and it made it cool for you to think that way, you don't want to go into retail. If you stuck with that mindset and you made it cool to think that way, you're going to go into what you can now relate to, which is a policeman. I get to carry a gun and pull it out on a motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, that's pretty much what you're told. That's pretty much what you're told.
Think about it. You got to go into why a lot of people went into the military. They weren't smart enough to do a lot of other shit.
This is true.
That's me.
This is true.
Right? You know?
Well, I mean...
Well, I wouldn't say I was smart enough, but I had
other ambitions.
I had financial restrictions, and the best option for me to get away from the confines of my community was to branch out.
Literally.
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they want to follow the family mode. We would go into a family of police. So yeah, there are some people who go into it with a noble cause.
Yeah.
I don't think it's no more. I would give 50% of all the noble causes to another 50% of just some fucked up individuals that's hiding behind a blue line.
Yeah. I feel you on that. And that's just, it's too many occurrences of this to happen for them to not want to take a look at that system. And I'm not just talking about just Fulton County. I'm talking about nationwide. To not want to look at the system. I mean,
but until there are, it makes too much money, Mark.
It does.
It makes too much money to change.
But the fact that the people are the chum at the bottom of that money train is the part that's so seedy. It's so seedy. But the fact that the people, who cares about the people as long as the money's coming?
Aren't we cattle when we talk about at the end of the day?
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it is.
I think we have an obligation to realize where we are in the food chain of
society,
where we are in the food chain of society, and what we need to do to transition out of this. We can't get away from it. I know we can't. Nobody is more realistic about born into it. We are part of it.
Yeah.
It runs off of us.
Yeah.
But we are obligated to evaluate honestly what the problem is and stop. It's not all the good cops and the bad cops. They're not that way. You sound right. Let's just be honest about it. There are some. yes, there's a good, bad, but we're not talking about the good. Shout out to you good guys. I know a lot of good cops. We're not talking about y'all. We're talking about the problems.
Yeah.
And that's always the conversation. They mask the bad shit, say, but they're good cops too. Well, I know that, but we ain't talking about them niggas. We talking about the bad people.
Yeah, we're talking about
Let's
the bad
stick
people.
to the point. Let's stick to the topic.
And the system as a whole that creates these bad people. Because
Yeah.
like I said, you probably start out with a very noble cause. By the time you've been in it 5-10 years,
What's that? Training day.
you have become
Training day.
yes.
They never show what Ethan Hawke turned into.
No, they didn't. They never showed how Alonzo became Alonzo.
Yeah. I think they was actually working on trying to do that movie though.
That would have been a great movie.
That would have been a great movie. I think they were actually talking about a prequel to Training Day.
To how Alonzo became Alonzo.
Yes.
Because there had to be, you didn't start, I mean, it's possible. I mean, you know, some people,
It's possible.
you bad, you got bad intentions and you say, hey, look, I can do this and I can get away with it.
Now, what I don't buy is the ideology that the cops or the kids that got beat up in school.
Right.
I don't buy that at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the last thing that they gonna think is I'm gonna become a cop and then I'm gonna start beating up on the people. I don't buy that at all.
Right.
I just buy some people chose a path that, as you said about Alonzo, that led them to becoming the person that they are.
Yes.
If I was beat up in school, which I was, my last thing was I'm gonna become a cop and get those motherfuckers back. I'm gonna
stretch.
pull up on my hood and arrest this particular bully of mine
That's a
and
stretch.
all of his friends. And now I'm tough guy dialing with a badge and a gun. I don't buy
King
that.
Kong.
King ain't got shit on me. I've never bought that. Because the last thing I think that these kids are thinking about is revenge is going to be, I'm just going to shoot up the whole school and then kill myself.
Well, I mean, that's what they're doing now.
Okay. Those are the revenge methods. Not becoming a cop and killing a couple of black people. They already hate black people.
Yeah.
It ain't about being bullied, then shooting and beating people up. It's about, well, I'm gonna get y'all anyways. That's too long of a thought process.
Yeah, that's too far down the line. I feel you on that.
I ain't got time to try to make it through the academy.
The academy just to come back, just to beat your ass. However, the system that you are into and the way it operates and the shame and the pressure that it puts you under is where you end up.
Yes.
Because if all the cops are acting like this and you act like an anomaly, you're not a part of the brotherhood.
You're not a part of the brotherhood. Some people get stuck in that. You know what I'm saying? And we know that from our military world that we were like, oh man, I can't believe they got me doing it.
It's because this is what everybody does. Right. Exactly.
You gonna make me drink the whole tequila and I gotta drink the word?
I mean, damn, that's crazy.
Chair, what do you got to say about this?
Well, you know, I'm just saying, I'm gonna take a swing at it. Look, y'all, I'm gonna say this, man, because you know, we gonna wrap it up. We did want to kind of get this out here. Just go ahead and let you guys know the kind of things that are happening in and around this city and the things that are going on in the world. Absolutely. I think all of this wraps up into accountability and accountability for human beings. I really don't think it's a black or white thing. I think it's a or a red thing or a yellow thing or however you want to refer to the different races and people in the world. But I do want to say this. I think that our humanity has been challenged and has been under attack for a number of years. And I think the closer we move to
Cloning Tyrone.
Yeah, basically the closer we move to being more human and more humane, it's gonna matter as we continue down the path. I've said this to people in the past. I think the worst disease to ever hit this planet is human beings. Because we take all the resources. We're bad to each other.
Oh my God.
Awful to each other. We harm the planet. You know, do you see, we talking about how hot it is outside? You know, Arizona, just real quick, just out in Phoenix or just out in Arizona, you know they was running 115 degrees, over 110 degrees a day for 31 days. When the last time you heard that? That's a record, man. The global warming is a real thing, but people keep on arguing over whether it's real or not, whether it's junk science or not. Do you realize all you thinking about is you right now? You're not thinking about future generations. You're not thinking about your great, great, great grands down the line. And you're not thinking about how to save this planet that we live on. You're not thinking about this. And so the humanity of people is what the biggest question is. It allows situations like someone with a mental illness to die in a jail cell. It allows situations to where a doctor could decapitate a child and want to cover it up for 4 days. The humanity is fucked up.
Or inhumanity.
The inhumanity is what's happening. I'm just going to say, y'all, we got to love each other. We need to figure this thing out. We got to figure this out. And I mean, there's not really much more I can say on it other than try to hold each other accountable. Hold yourselves accountable in the world, okay? If you can be good to one person, be good to yourself, absolutely. But if you can be good to one other person and that one other person can pay it forward and be good to someone else, we can try to repair this thing. I know it's going to take a long time. It's going to be long after my bones have turned to dust and gone back to the clay from which we come, as you know, if you believe it in that manner. But it's going to start with something like New Era Atlanta. It's going to start with the links. It's going to start with
the leg.
With the leg.
Okay, we here, man.
Absolutely start with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, who are here to let you guys know that we see you and we hear you. And we talk about these things in order to try to get the conversation going. And hopefully we can try to repair so that we can get the generations going forward to continue the legacy that we leave here. That's all I got for it, brother.
I'm going to say, following with what we were saying about New Era Atlanta, and I'm going to focus on their chant. And I love hearing, from the first time I heard it, I felt so empowered. When I heard one man, one woman, one child, a mighty race, a united race, until we are one, and it don't stop. I think that is probably the truest shit of where I'm at with it right now, even within myself. I can speak on all the jokes and the differences, and I don't agree with this. That, once again, with me, ain't gonna change. Disagreeing with somebody as far as whatever beliefs or religion or your upbringing or black people should do this or what black people ain't supposed to be doing it, all that is cool in disagreeing with. It has nothing to do with not being together with. Me and my friends don't agree on everything. We are still with each other, even in disagreeing. And I think that's what if we are going to move forward in anything, have to first and foremost understand. Just because Mark L does not like that Dylan cusses out everybody and even his women, don't mean that he don't appreciate.
Why? Continue, sir. See, humanity. See what I'm talking about?
Wild thoughts.
Wild thoughts. Go ahead.
That's just my personal thing. Like, we are so emotional with everything. And I know I'm saying this because I've been extremely emotional for this show, but it's been emotional because I want better responses from all of these moments. Ain't no fixing it. If you gonna complain about it, be a part of some form of solution for it. Don't just complain about it and then go sit down and don't do shit. If you're gonna complain about it, you're either gonna be in the fight or out of the fight. If you're gonna stay out the fight, don't say shit. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. It sounds right.
Make a change or shut the fuck up.
Pretty much. That's all you got.
I don't know how positive that was, but I think they got the point. I think y'all got the point.
They do got the point.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, just letting y'all know, man. Hey, look, we got a lot coming up.
Yeah.
In the next couple of weeks here.
Oh my God.
We got so much coming
full.
up.
I can say this much. I know we are working on a cancer awareness event. Myself, along with Miss Validia, with a New Era Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have her in the studio next week.
She will be in the studio, maybe not next week, but the week after, possibly.
Okay.
But we will be. That's something that we got coming up in coming up soon. Also, there's some things that I have coming up as well that we're putting together with Sean Shin from Healing Haven.
Hey,
I'm working on. I'm trying to go ahead and plan another leg conference. That is as well. And man, the play is go time. It's go time from the leg. It's go time from the Mayor Review. It's go time for Team Yale Radio Cast, Yale Entertainment RTV. It is go time for our support from y'all. So while y'all see these shows, I love that y'all comment on them. Y'all could drop something to the Cash App, which is at Your Radio Cast. We need some financial support to push everything that we got going on, especially with these events. These events do take money to create. To create the shirts for it, to create the to get the places that we're going to hold these events at.
Yep.
We need your support to support us to pour back into the community. Because best believe that the work that we do, the end goal is to pour back into the community at the end of the day. To look out for situations where we don't have to look at why people that don't care about us ain't caring about us.
Correct.
We were going from door to door today in the most ran down of locations, man.
Unfortunately.
And it was just so crazy just going to this door and noticing that this door is abandoned. This house is abandoned. This house is abandoned. This house is ran down. I knocked on one door, it just flew up, and it was just corroded in the inside. And these are our living conditions.
And all we're trying to do is make sure that these people have, at the very basic, a place to live that is secure and that is safe. To have their own self-respect for their place of residency.
Just a moment just to see somebody that cares.
Yes. It's great. It's great. And that's what we're trying to do out here, y'all. So absolutely. And donate your time as well. When you see us have these events, when we put those events up, you want to come out and you want to lend a helping hand. Those of you who are
volunteer your time,
Yes.
volunteer your service.
Time, your service, your money. Hey, let's go ahead and try to get out there and do this for our people, man. So, hey, shout out to everybody who was on the stream. Shout out to everybody who joins us on these Saturdays. We will absolutely be back to do it again. As always, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is in the building, and YaleRadioCast.com. And as always, and has always been, the motto is
get the business. Holla.
So we will check y'all out.
This is grown man business. The kind of swag don't need a witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them